Game 4, as we see the result of Game 3, one of the aftermaths, one of the aftermath effects. I got enough wins this season to qualify for this card back. So you can, so when you see your opponent's cards, I guess you see a certain pattern on the back of their cards because you don't see the front of the cards. So you can change your card back. So you don't often see it, but you're choosing what your opponent will see, I guess. And I guess this is a Valentine's theme card back. It's February as I recorded. Valentine's Day is in a few days, so we got heart themes, red and pink and so forth. So that's fun. I don't think I would use this card back because I don't think any of my heroes really are color-coded for that. I like to color-code my card backs. All right, cool. Whatevs. So one thing I could have done to pad out last video was talk about that Prince card that got played. He gives you an extra 10 life. So you start with 40 life in exchange for having to make a 40 card deck. So you got to make a, you have to add more to your deck.
King versus Tyrande.
Tyrande.
Give me strength.
All will serve me in death.
Tyrande is my priestess that I play. So yeah, that Prince makes you make a 40 card deck instead of 30. So you got to put 10 more cards in, and maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you like your 30 the way it is. You don't want to just keep, diluting the cards you want to see. But it's a pretty massive advantage to give to get another 10 life. I think they really shouldn't have made that card, honestly. They changed it actually for a time. They brought it down to only 35 life, and that's reasonable. But the difference between 40 and 30 is huge. It's an extra third of your life, 33% extra life. They shouldn't have made that card. It's imbalancing. In any case, so this is kind of high casting cost right here real quick. I'm only going to keep my legendary. I love Corpse Bride and Marrow Manipulator. They're great. But I could stand to draw them later. Give myself a chance to build up some corpses. And I had to take a shot at getting a couple lower casting cost guys to work with. And I didn't really get that because Bone Mare's 7. And with Dark Fallen Shadow, you might want to wait till turn 6 to play him. So, yeah, so this is what I was talking about. If you haven't seen the intro video, episode 0, go back and watch that. Because I mentioned you don't want too many high casting costs because, it might take a while to play stuff, right? But it's not so bad. I can Ghoul Charge turn 2. I could get out Dark Fallen. Yeah, Ghoul Charge turn 2. Could Dark Fallen Shadow turn 3. Bone Wraith turn 4. So like Tyrande is in the business of Death Rattle.
I have but little time.
Which that's a really sickening card too. Anyway. Volatile Skeleton, let's get volatile.
Job's done.
Yeah, if you ever get her out with 6 Death Rattle minions, Battle Cry, set your hero's health to 40. I mean, some cards they make, they're so outrageous that, why don't we just write on the card, if you play this card, congratulations, you win.
I have but little time.
I don't like to be a whiner. Just sometimes you see a card that's just so overpowered, you just figure, God help anyone who's just playing for fun, they're going to get slaughtered. Don't know why I'd make reference to God. If anything, as a Death Knight, I would be a godless heathen. Tyrande might care about gods, though. She's probably got a... Oh, goddess, yeah. She'll refer to the goddess once in a while, so... It's another matchup of unholy versus holy here. Well, this gives me an excuse to hold off on my rush, and hopefully maybe I can eventually play him for Mana Thirst 6, gain Reborn, so you can regenerate. So I did get my Veteran, so I could, as an alternative to playing Dark Fallen and have no one to rush at, get nobody to rush at and not get my Reborn, I could instead Undead Veteran, give a friendly minion +1 attack.
Speak your peace.
Even more volatile. 3 power. And throw a ghoul charge in there for good measure. Charge. Dies at end of turn. But not before dealing a point of damage.
I have but little time.
So not bad. I can now go Bone Wraith on turn 4. Maybe he'll have someone for me to rush. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Priestess will heal, won't she? Restore 2 health. And on the plus side, she's not playing a heck of a lot. But I've been up against my share of Priest decks where just hang in there with their healing and then play a bunch of overpowered high casting cost cards later on to just take over the game. I've heard it argued that Priest is one of the most powerful classes in the game for that reason. I mean, you can a lot of healing, and then that can sustain you while you work toward what you're trying to do. Maybe, just maybe, while she's hanging around healing, I'll build up an undead army that cannot be resisted. That's the plan. So she's got no creatures, but so I don't need the taunt that badly, but 2 power.
Another soul to consume.
Ooh la la la. He's a bit chilly.
What a bother.
What a bother to have to bother with this.
Job's done.
While we wait for her to act, we'll take a closer look at some of my cards. Sylvanas, who you can have as a hero, as a playable hero for Hunter, the Hunter class, which is actually, I do have her. Eventually I'll play Hunter. That might, I think I mentioned that might be my favorite hero power, the Hunter. 2 mana to deal 2 points directly to your opponent. Just shoot them from afar with a bow and arrow. I mean, you know, you can consistently wear your opponent's life total down that way. A lot of healing and a lot of long game being played. See what I mean? Like, she's still got 28 health. And who knows what's in the hand. Well, do I hold off on Darkfall and Shadow in case I need him to rush and reborn? If I put it off one more turn, maybe there'll be something to rush at and have reborn for it. So,
rule is eternal.
skeletal sidekick. Let's give someone improved power. I almost feel like I should give it to the taunter, even though he's already a target. Because if the taunt's ever needed, he'll do 4 power, 4 damage to whatever hits him. I'm kind of talking myself into it, aren't I? Alright. That is one way to put all your eggs in one basket, though. I almost want to give it to the Achiris veteran. Ah, I made the case for it. So on the plus side, got my opponent down to 18. But what does she do while now that she's built up a hand of cards? Three, 4, eh? Some sort of elephant. A blue elephant. I like it. Whenever a spell is played, this minion remembers it. And when he dies, you get the spells into your deck. So now I'm right about the Bone Wraith, 4 power. So even if he does want to try to slam through this Bone Wraith, then I'll do enough damage to kill off this blue elephant. So good chance I kill it actually for fun. Because I'll be able to get my reborn on my Darkfall and Shadow. So why not work away at my opponent's ability to eventually overwhelm me? So Mana Thirst 6. Oh, it's tempting to get that Skeleton Knight going though. I mean, they get the spell into their deck. Man, I'm tempted to go Skeleton Knight.
My rule is eternal.
Oh, he's so cool. Yeah, let's do it.
In the grand tournament, you win or you die.
Not planning to die.
Limb by limb.
Arms up! What a bother. Job's done.
In the end, I decided why worry too much about killing his elephant when I'm not in any danger of dying.
I have but little time.
Let's get some offense going. 7 power Skeleton Knight.
That servant, that servant already attacked.
So the blue elephant remembered that spell, whatever it was. Silence all enemy minions. Fortunately, I don't need their abilities that badly. So I got 12 on the board right now. Damage. But what does Tyrande the Priestess do with 1 remaining mana? I hate to screw around too much, but kind of wanting to kill this blue elephant just to watch the spells get shuffled into the deck. Maybe we'll do that. I should try to make these videos entertaining where possible. Because I believe, did we see it from last, was it last turn? Last game? I gave my Skeletal Knight a horse, which he deserves. So we'll get the Bone Mare going again. Defending minion +4/+4. The taunt doesn't matter. It's the +4/+4. 11 points.
Pay the iron price.
Oh. So 1 life left, eh? Yeah, just keep an eye on the deck over here on the right side, the blue, above the end turn there, the blue deck. Just there'll probably be some cool visual effect when this blue elephant activates its death rattle. Shuffle spells into your deck. Bone Wraith doesn't need enough. Oh no, they left! They got tired of me toying with them. Oh. If I spent a little less time talking about what I was going to do and then did it, I just wanted to make sure you knew what to look for. I'm sorry, dear viewer/listener, but we have ourselves another victory. And, you know, maybe the moral here is it pays not to play with your food. I mean, it might just get up and leave, like my opponent did. I mean, it's probably a good lesson in life to not taunt, not goad or provoke the enemy, because they might just do something you don't like. Maybe when you have the chance, step on the foe's throat and get it over with.